Hello, welcome to another video. This is a short one, basically in following along with the Arnhem Kickstarters. Empress have recently released the Airborne 75mm little pack howitzer and a 3-man crew. I've been hoping for a while that they would release this, and they've basically not disappointed. Nice little pack. The gun, it comes in a couple of options in relation to having it in a firing position or in a travelling position when they were transporting it in the glider. You also get a 3-man crew. So what I thought we'd do is quickly go down to the bench and have a look at it. Right, so this is the pouch containing the gun itself. You basically get the trail in two versions, one for firing and one for sort of when it's in the glider and when it's being unloaded. I did look to see who the sculptor was for the weapons. His name escapes us at the minute. He is really well known for doing sort of artillery pieces and equipment. Really, really nice job. As I said, there's 2 barrels, one for firing and the one for the transport, and you also get the initial part of the trail. That's obviously the firing position, and that's the transport position. You can see really, really nicely done. You get a couple of wheels. Again, beautifully cast, really, really nicely done. And then, as normal with Empress, you get a load of sort of bits and pieces. There is the full sight equipment. Probably the easiest way that I find when you get kits with lots of small pieces, easiest thing to do is go onto the Empress website and print off the photographs. There's about 8 photos, I think, on the item page. Print them off and you can use that as a guide. Alternatively, you can obviously look at photos and plans. As I've said, rounds and tubes, single rounds, they're just really, really nicely done. Couple of ammo boxes. It's just as normal with Empress, just really nicely well done, and it's just a really nice sculpt. And you obviously also get a 3-man crew. Mr. Hicks is up to his normal standard with these. Really, really well done. This guy's sort of crouching right into the gun. They're all in fairly light order, so they haven't got webbing on. This guy's obviously got his smock on and helmet. Guy operating again. They really are nicely done. Again, he's in his smock. The favourite of mine, which is really, really nicely done, a guy in shirt sleeves, so it's like the grander shirt that they wore underneath the battle dress, and at the back you can see where he's took his braces off and they're sort of hanging loose. Just a lovely touch by Paul on the sculpting. Excellent. What I'm intending to do, I'm not sure what Alex is going to do. Obviously there's the option of basing the gun individually and having the crew on pennies or whatever you use for bases. The other option would be to do it as sort of a small diorama, not a massive base, but just obviously getting the figures integrated with the gun. My feeling at the moment is I'll probably opt for that, but just lovely work by Empress. I've been waiting for them to bring this out. I thought they probably would, and they haven't disappointed. Well, there we are, up the normal Empress standards. Really, really pleased. I'm looking forward to cracking on with it. So what's coming up next? We've basically started working on the Arnhem Kickstarter. So we're full of denizen smock paint and what have you. The progressing quite well. I do them in small batches. When you're doing something that's fairly complex, I find that having 10 figures on painting stands and doing it as an assembly line, not ideal, so I tend to do the maximum of about 5 figures. So that's how we're doing them. Coming up, other stuff, we've got a couple of book reviews that'll be coming up that I've got recently that I think you're probably quite interested in. So we'll get them up and running. Short tutorial. I've had a number of requests. When I did the one on the Denizen Smock, I sort of started it halfway through, if that makes sense. So what this short tutorial will be on is how I did basically the pattern on the basic colours, and then up will be the one on British battle dress. Okay, so that's where we are. Thanks very much for all the support. As normal, any questions, shout up, and we'll do our best to answer them.